Are you getting traffic? People are visiting your website, your ads are running, your content is reaching people, but still, something feels wrong. Because even after all this effort, the results are not coming. You are not getting enough leads. And even if you get some leads, they are not converting properly. This is one of the biggest frustrations in marketing today. Many businesses feel like they are doing everything correctly. They are posting content, running ads, and trying different strategies. But when it comes to actual results, things don't match expectations. Now, here is the important part. This is not happening because you are doing something completely wrong. It is happening because the system itself has changed. The way people behave, the way they decide, and the way they trust businesses is not the same anymore. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and someone who can get help from it. It will also encourage me to create more videos for you. So in this video, we will understand why you are not getting leads even when you are getting traffic, what mistakes most businesses are making, and what you should do differently to fix this. One of the biggest misunderstandings in marketing is this. People think traffic means interest, but that is not always true. Just because someone visits your website does not mean they are serious about your service. For example, someone may click on your ad out of curiosity. They may just want to check something quickly, or they may be comparing different options before making a decision. That does not mean they are ready to take action. Think about your own behavior for a moment. How many times do you click on a website, look at something for a few seconds, and then leave? Most people do this every day without even realizing it. And this is exactly what is happening with your traffic. People are visiting, exploring, and then moving on. Not because your offer is bad, but because they are not ready yet. And this is where the gap begins. Businesses see traffic numbers and assume people are interested. But in reality, many of those visitors are just passing by. They are not ready to become leads yet. So if your strategy depends only on bringing more traffic, then this gap will keep increasing. Because traffic alone does not mean intent. And without intent, conversion will always stay low. Today, people don't just want information. They want clarity, confidence, and trust before they take any action. Earlier, a simple website with basic details was enough. But now, users are more aware. They compare options, they research deeply, and they take their time before making a decision. For example, if someone is looking for a real estate service, they don't decide instantly. They may watch a few videos, read different opinions, and try to understand which business they can actually trust. Think about your own behavior. When you are about to spend money on something important, do you decide quickly? Or do you take time to understand and feel confident before making a decision? Most people take time, and this is where many businesses miss the point. If your content only gives basic information without building confidence, people will leave without taking action. This is why just explaining your service is not enough anymore. You need to guide people, remove their confusion, and help them feel sure about their decision. Because when people feel confident, they take action. And without that confidence, traffic will never convert into leads. There is a big difference between getting attention and getting results. Many businesses are able to grab attention, but they fail when it comes to conversion. For example, your ad may get clicks. Your video may get views. Your website may get visitors. But after that, people don't take the next step. Think about it from a simple situation. You may watch a video or visit a website. But if something feels unclear or confusing, you don't continue. You leave and look for something better. That is exactly how most users behave today. And this is why attention alone is not enough. Conversion requires something deeper. It requires connection, trust, and clear understanding. If people don't understand your value clearly, they will not take action. If they don't trust you, they will not share their details. And if they are confused, they will simply leave. So the real problem is not getting attention. The real problem is what happens after you get that attention. And if you don't fix that part, increasing traffic will not solve your problem. Even when businesses get leads, many of them complain that the quality is poor. People don't respond, they don't convert, or they are not serious. And this happens for a reason, because not all leads are equal, and not every person who clicks is actually interested. For example, someone may click on your ad without fully understanding your service. They may submit their details just to explore, without any real intention to move forward. Later, they lose interest. Now compare that with someone who has watched your content, understood your approach, and built trust with you over time. That person is much more likely to become a serious lead. Think about your own behavior again. When you trust a business, you respond faster and take action. But when you are unsure, you delay or ignore completely. So the problem is not just about getting leads, it is about getting the right leads. And if your system does not educate or filter your audience properly, you will keep getting low-quality leads again and again. When businesses don't get enough leads, their first reaction is simple. They try to increase traffic. They run more ads, post more content, and try to reach more people. But this approach often creates a bigger problem instead of solving it. Because if your system is not converting properly, bringing more traffic will only increase the same issue. You will get more visitors, but not more results. For example, imagine a shop where people enter, look around, and leave without buying anything. Now, if you bring even more people into that shop without fixing the experience, the outcome will remain the same. Think about your own situation. If people are already visiting your website but not taking action, then the problem is not traffic. It is what happens after they arrive. And this is where many businesses get stuck. They focus on quantity instead of quality. But in today's marketing environment, quality of attention matters much more than volume of traffic. If you don't fix the conversion gap, more traffic will only make the gap bigger. Another important reason why leads are not coming is this. Most people are not ready when they click on your content. Just because someone clicks on your ad or visits your website does not mean they are ready to take action. In fact, most people are still in the early stage of their decision process. For example, someone searching for a service may just be exploring options. They are trying to understand the market, compare prices, or learn basic information before making any decision. They are not yet ready to contact you or commit. Think about your own behavior for a moment. When you are looking for something new, do you decide instantly, or do you take time, explore different options, and slowly build confidence before taking action? Most people follow that process, and this is exactly what your audience is doing. They are not ignoring you. They are simply not ready yet. And this is where many businesses make a mistake. They expect immediate action from people who are still in the early stage. So if your system expects every visitor to become a lead instantly, you will always feel like something is missing. Trust is one of the biggest reasons why traffic does not turn into leads. And the truth is, trust does not happen instantly. It builds slowly, over time. Earlier, people were more willing to make quick decisions. But today, users are more careful. They want to feel confident before they share their details, send a message, or contact a business. For example, if someone watches your content once, they may find it useful. But that does not mean they will trust you immediately. They may need to see your content again, visit your website later, or watch a few more videos before they feel ready. Think about your own behavior. Do you trust a business the first time you see it? Most of the time, you don't. You trust it after repeated exposure, clear value, and a feeling that this business understands what you need. And this is exactly what your audience needs too. They need time, consistency, and clarity before they convert. So if your strategy expects instant trust, it will always feel like leads are too few. Because in today's market, trust is not built in one click. It is built across multiple interactions. Sometimes the problem is not traffic or trust. It is clarity. If your message is not clear, people will not understand what you offer or why they should choose you. For example, imagine someone visits your website for the first time. Within a few seconds, they should clearly understand what you do, who it is for, and how it helps them. But if that message is not clear, they will feel confused. Think about your own behavior. When you land on a website and things feel complicated or unclear, do you spend time trying to figure it out? Or do you simply leave and look for something easier to understand? Most people choose the easier option. And this is exactly what your audience is doing. They are not rejecting your service. They are just not understanding it quickly enough. In today's fast-moving environment, people don't wait for clarity. They expect it instantly. So, if your message is not simple, direct, and easy to understand, you will lose potential leads without even realizing it. Because clarity builds confidence, and confidence leads to action. Finally, one of the biggest reasons why leads don't come is this: you are not guiding the user properly. Many businesses assume that once someone visits their website, they will automatically take the next step. But that rarely happens in reality. For example, if someone lands on your page and does not clearly see what to do next, they will leave. They may not call, they may not fill a form, and they may not come back again. Think about your own behavior. When you visit a website and there is no clear direction, what do? You don't spend time guessing. You simply leave and look for something easier. And this is exactly how your audience behaves. They don't want to figure things out on their own. They expect you to guide them clearly. Your website, your content, and your message should make the next step obvious. Whether it is calling you, filling a form, or sending a message, it should feel simple and clear. Because when the path is clear, people move forward. And when the path is unclear, they leave without taking action. At this point, many businesses start to feel frustrated. They are putting in effort, getting traffic, but still not seeing the results they expect. And because of that, they keep changing strategies, tools, or platforms again and again. But the real problem is not the platform or the traffic source. The real problem is how the system is designed. For example, if your content brings people in but does not build trust, they will leave. If your message is unclear, they will not understand. And if your process does not guide them, they will not take action. Now think about this over time. In the beginning, the difference may not be very clear, but after a few weeks and then a few months, the gap starts to grow. One system keeps losing people, while another keeps converting them. Think about your own experience. When something feels confusing or incomplete, you don't continue. You move on to something better. That is exactly what your audience is doing. So instead of changing platforms again and again, the better approach is to fix the foundation. Because when your system is clear, consistent, and trust-driven, results don't just improve, they become predictable. Now here is the interesting part. This change in marketing is not a problem. It is actually a big opportunity for businesses that understand it early. Because earlier, businesses with bigger budgets had a clear advantage. They could spend more on ads, bring more traffic, and dominate the market. Smaller businesses often struggled to compete in that environment. But today, things are changing. It is no longer just about who spends more. It is about who connects better, explains clearly, and builds trust over time. For example, a business that creates helpful content and guides its audience properly can outperform another business that is only running ads without building any connection. Think about your own behavior. If someone helps you understand something clearly, you remember them. And when you are ready to take action, you naturally go back to the person who helped you. And this is where the real advantage comes in. Because now, even a small business can compete and grow if they focus on value instead of just spending money. That is why this shift is not a problem. It is an opportunity for those who are ready to adapt. So the real question is, what should you do now? The answer is simple, but it requires a small shift in your approach. Instead of focusing only on getting more traffic, start focusing on what happens after people arrive. Start by making your message clear. Make sure people understand what you do within a few seconds. Then create content that helps them learn and feel confident before taking any action. For example, instead of just promoting your service again and again, explain how it works, what problems it solves, and what results people can expect. Help people understand before you expect them to decide. Think about your own behavior. When something is clear and easy to understand, you feel more confident and move forward. But when things are unclear, you hesitate or leave completely. And this is exactly how your audience behaves. They don't need more pressure. They need more clarity and guidance. So focus on clarity, trust, and guidance. Because when these three things come together, results don't just improve, they become consistent over time. Now, there is one mistake you need to avoid. And this is where many businesses go wrong. They understand the problem, but they don't take action. They keep waiting, thinking they will fix things later. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to catch up. Because while you are waiting, other businesses are already improving their systems, building trust, and connecting with your audience step by step. Think about this in a simple way. One person starts improving today, even with small steps. Another person keeps waiting for the perfect time. After a few months, the difference between these two becomes very clear. And once that gap is created, it becomes much harder to close later. Think about your own behavior. When you delay something important, it always becomes more difficult over time. The same thing happens in business. So instead of waiting, start improving step by step. Because in today's fast-changing world, taking action early always gives you an advantage. So when you look at everything together, one thing becomes very clear. Getting traffic is not enough. The real goal is to turn that traffic into trust, and that trust into action. The way people behave today has changed. They take more time, they compare more, and they only choose businesses they trust. Now take a moment and think about your own system. Are you only focusing on bringing people in, or are you helping them move forward step by step? Because the businesses that guide their audience clearly will always perform better than those that only chase traffic. If you found this video helpful, make sure to share it with someone who can benefit from it. And if you want more simple and practical insights like this, subscribe to the channel. We will continue breaking down these ideas in a simple way so you can stay ahead. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.